All right, hello. Today is Monday, October 21st, 2024, and I am on my weighted vest walk, going for at least 3 miles, maybe 5. I always do 5 a day at work. Sometimes I do 7 or 8 at work. Once or twice I've done 10 at work. That doesn't happen very often. 10 miles. But I usually come home. Lately I've been trying to walk extra to train for a couple of reasons. One, it has to do with my testosterone replacement. I've been weaning myself off, and there for a long time I was really skeptical that I would be able to do it, because every time I kept trying to do it, it would fail and I would get exhausted. But since I've been on my own and single, I'm able to get sleep. I wasn't able to sleep before. Now that I've been able to sleep, I seem to be doing a lot better as I wean off, which makes a lot of sense. So, based on my research. So hopefully, my stress levels are pretty high right now because I'm going through a divorce and separated from my son quite a bit, which is not pretty stressful. But hopefully that'll be all sorted out here in a month or so. Anyway, I've got a lot of stress with that because I didn't want this to happen, but it is. And so that's one of the biggest stressors you can go through in life. And we've had a few of those this year, with my son getting a liver transplant and having cancer. So, and then a bad car wreck. So it's been a rough year. All the more important for me to get out and get exercise to help with the stress levels, and it's helping. That's not to say that it's gotten rid of my stress completely, of course not, but it definitely helps. And I'm doing a lot better trying to get off the testosterone. So I'm really starting to get more optimistic that I will be able to get off the testosterone. Part of doing that is I need to drop quite a bit of weight. So the best shape I've ever been in my life was when I was in the military, a firefighter. I weighed 195, and I was pretty cut, and that's what I'm getting back to. So last week I got down to 205, but it's difficult for me to maintain restricted calories especially when I'm exercising this much. So, and I'm under a lot of stress. So I've gone back up to 215 today. I was at 208 yesterday. I can drop and gain 5 or 10 pounds in a day pretty easy. How I know what my weight it really is the average over a week. So the average this past week has been between 215 and 208. That was the lowest I got. So I'm somewhere around the 212 range, give or take, average. So I'm hoping to get down to 205 again in this coming week. I kind of stair step, you know. I go down, drop 10 pounds, I gain 5 back. Drop 10 more over the next week, gain 5 back. If I can keep doing that for the next couple of months, by Christmas I should be down to my goal weight, hopefully. And that will help my testosterone quite a bit too, because any amount of extra fat you have produces estrogen. And estrogen and cortisol, which is from stress, those two hormones kind of rob your body of stuff that would be used for testosterone. So you want to try to keep your body weight down. You want to exercise. You want to eat a healthy, balanced diet of high quality foods, nutrients, and you want to get good rest, good sleep. So another trick I've been noticing helps is So I've been taking, instead of testosterone, I've been taking beef organ meat that's desiccated, dried out in capsule form. And it's got, the gonads and heart and liver and kidneys and all different types of internal organs that have a lot of important nutrients for your hormones. And then also I'm taking some herbal supplements that will help boost my testosterone. Now I don't take those if I'm taking the testosterone that I've been prescribed, because I don't want to cause an imbalance. But what I did was I weaned myself off of the testosterone and transitioned into this natural self-producing testosterone, where my body produces it itself, and I'm trying to maintain that as I'm trying to drop weight and build muscle to stimulate my body to produce its own. Now what I've noticed is I have some very good time-tested telltale signs of when it's low that are not really subjective. One is my energy levels. It's obvious when my testosterone's low, because I just feel totally lethargic and kind of depressed, and I don't feel like doing anything, and I get emotional, I get weepy, tired. And the other is that gonad size. So not to be vulgar, but to be blunt about it, if I have the first symptoms, I check the second one, and if I have both of them, then I know that I'm low. So when that happens, I either take more of the desiccant organ meat and herbal supplements to stimulate my body to produce more, or I'll take a half a dose of my testosterone and I'll skip a day of the organ meats until I get balanced again. Well, so far this past week I haven't had to do that, which is the first time I've ever been able to do that since I got on hormone replacement therapy 10 years ago. So I think that's a good sign. Now we'll see. Ultimately, I have to get to where I can not only wean off of the artificial testosterone, but also wean off of the herbs and the organ meats. Maybe not completely on the organ meats, because those are healthy for you anyway. But I don't really want to be dependent on exotic herbs that I can't get or grow myself. Whatever I take, I want to be able to grow myself and try to keep it as natural as possible. So it's humbling sharing this information. It's not something I'd really want to share, but I feel sorry for anybody who's in my situation. I was put on these hormones without being told why, except for that my levels were low, because I was sick. I'd been chronically sick and under a lot of stress for several months. Okay, that's fine, but you can't keep me on forever. You really should figure out what the problem is and fix it. So they never did. I did my own research and checked my own blood levels and found that my vitamin D was low, my cholesterol was low, zinc was low. And so doing my research, I found out that those are all precursors to testosterone. So of course it's low. So I started eating different, and I started taking some supplements to help boost those levels. And lo and behold, when I quit taking testosterone, my body doesn't seem to be crashing like it was before. And my face still breaks out a little bit, but it's cleared up mostly. Some days it's completely clear. So I think I'm getting better. So I'm going to keep doing this, and I'm sharing this information for anyone else out there who's been put on this never-ending treadmill of taking prescription drugs that your body should be able to fix itself if you provide it what it needs. And if the doctors did their jobs and didn't try to make you an addict, that would be very helpful, and it would be good for you, because being on artificial testosterone your whole life causes side effects. You know, your body goes through natural rhythms, and if you're forcing your body to be high on testosterone when it really should be lower, we're in a lower range naturally, then you're putting extra strain that could affect other organ systems, you know. So there's my testosterone replacement therapy rehab update of my efforts trying to go natural after 10 years of being on a prescription drug and my doctors refusing to help me get off of it. I was told by the hospital when I complained about it that I was responsible for my own health, and they didn't have to help me, is basically what they were saying. They put me on the drugs, but they don't have to help me get off of them. So I got two choices. I can either keep taking this the rest of my life, or I can try to figure it out on my own. I'm still planning on in a couple of years, when I get my debts caught up, going to a natural holistic medicine doctor. You know, just as educated, but they have a different philosophy. They don't take insurance. They try to avoid prescription drugs except when necessary. They try to help you rebalance your body and get it back to healthy naturally. So I'm doing a lot of it on my own because I was trained in natural therapeutics. I have a lot of experience in physical fitness. As a firefighter, I basically know what to do. My mom's a physical therapist. Half my family is in the medical system, working as nurses or whatever. So, pharmacists, got a pharmacist in the family too. So, it's not like I'm flying blind completely. I'm somewhat educated, and I've done a ton of reading on my own, and often seem to know more than my doctors do about the subject because they won't tell me stuff that I've looked up. So I'm not giving you any medical advice. I'm telling you about my experience. You really need to deal with your own doctors, and if you don't like what they have to say, then do some research and get some second or third opinions like I have. So, all right, well, that's my update. I'm not saying that I'm cured yet. I'm just saying I'm making progress. We'll see how it goes. Pray for me, a sinner. God bless. Over and out.